Hi, welcome to Colors of Rhina. Hola, welcome to Colors of Rhina. Hey, welcome to Colors of Rhina, yo. Oh, hi. Today we celebrate the fearlessness, the passion, the power of a New York woman. Bold, artistic, seductive, mysterious, and unique. Kind of reminds me of Iris, the goddess of the rainbow. Her strength lies in her eyes. I always wondered what life would be like walking in her high heel stiletto pumps, towering over everyone, being closer to the sky. I always admired her from a distance. She had a way of seducing everything in sight by a mere look. They say the eyes are the window to the soul. That was heavily poetic. Filling your path with hues through the views of a New York woman.
The colors of Rena.
I am New York, and we are the heartbeat of the planet. We are the colors of its rainbow. The show Colors of Rena celebrates the palette of entertainment and will inspire transformation, mi gente. We're going to bring you joy, fun, laughter, and tons of flavor. You know, like when you're preparing food, it's the different flavored spices that give it sabor. Sabor means flavors, and flavors equals colors. Victor Cruz, the actor, director, filmmaker, comedian, a character in every sense of the word, born in Portsmouth, Virginia, raised in the heart of the South Bronx, performed his first stand-up routine at the age of 16. As a character actor, you may have seen him portraying the role of CSU Flores on CBS Blue Bloods for 3 seasons, or perhaps you may recognize him from his scene in The Humbling, acting with the likes of legendary Al Pacino. Working in the biz as a regular is no easy task, but what's most admirable about Cruz is his filmmaking style and interest in giving American Latinos a voice. Having numerous films under his belt, such as La Operación, Congratulations, Mr. Gonzalez, and most recently, his newly released feature, The Stockroom, a story based on his real-life journey to becoming a stand-up comedian, which also provided his Latino acting peers employment in their respective fields. One of the many reasons we consider Victor Cruz Colors of Rena's luminary Latino.
I mean, I love this video. It's beautiful. This is great. I rarely ever get honored in this fashion, so thank you. I mean, this is great. And some things, Portsmouth, Virginia, I haven't been there since I was a baby. I didn't even know that's what it looked like. I'm looking like, where's that? And you're like, Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm like, oh, okay. This is fantastic. You look great. You look so beautiful. And you got your own cup.
I have my own cup.
Yeah, this has vodka in it, by the way.
We're feeling very colorful.
Fantastic.
And I gotta tell you, I'm very grateful to you for making time to be here on this first episode of Colors of Rena. You're our first luminary Latino.
That's great.
And I want to share with you the reason why you have been chosen to be our luminary Latino is because we're actually looking to enlighten people and to understanding that we, aside from acknowledging each other for being who we are in the business, right? Sure. Most people refer to it as a celebrity or really it's about the consistency. It's about the consistency. And I say that because most people pay attention to like the superstars and the people who are out there doing the red carpet. And so aside from myself being one of your greatest fans and I adore you, we're good friends and so forth, I wanted to share with our viewers the first episode ever who you are and why you are our luminary Latino, and it's because of consistency.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that, and consistency is like really key. I had a teacher that once said that, fame happens by accident. So if you're doing exactly what you're supposed to, that stuff comes, but it's not important. That you have to work hard, you have to do what you got to do if this is what you believe. Otherwise, you get obsessed with that world. That's all you're going to be doing is walking a red carpet.
Well, and not only that, it's superficial, right? Because now you're operating from that place of trying to gain that versus purpose, right? And purpose is where the consistency comes from. Because if you are, I like to also consider it karma. There's a part of me in this business, right? This is a very tricky business because this is a business that kind of, you operate on faith because you could be hired and you could be out of work for a long period of time. You can be great at your craft, but you can also be unemployed.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. The reality of this business is that yes, it's going to be quiet sometimes. Other times you're going to be working a lot. Sometimes, look, for me, I'm humble. If I got to serve a steak or a piece of chicken somewhere, I'm going to do it, especially
You're going to do it in character,
I'm
too.
going to do it in character. I'm like, to be or not to be, that is the question. Can I get my chicken? Yes. And just put it down on the table, It happens.
Then they were like, oh, is that how you did it when you were acting with Al Pacino?
With Al Pacino.
We were like, yeah.
Al Pacino, it's so wild. I mean, they said he was a short guy. I mean, big, personality, obviously, and his work speaks for itself. But, like, this guy is shorter than me, and I always thought I was a short guy.
Really?
Yeah. But he's an actor's actor. Here's a guy, we're talking about fame, right? Who is like super famous. He's Al Pacino.
Right.
It's like Robert De Niro, right?
How did you feel meeting Al Pacino?
I thought I was gonna be nervous at first. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna screw up my lines. And then Barry Levinson was directing the movie. And so they don't even introduce me to Al Pacino. They just say, let's rehearse. And they call action. And there he comes down the hall and we start playing the scene and it happens. And I quickly realized that he was an actor's actor. He was the guy that showed up to work, and he was there to work with you. He was listening. He was really talking. And I thought that was so great. And Barry came over to me and said, that was really good. He said, let's shoot that. We shoot the scene by the book, and then he goes, you know what? That was really, really good. Let's just improvise now. Forget the script. Al's going to tell you some things. You're going to tell him some things. That's it. See what happens. I was like, I get to improvise with Al Pacino.
Oh my gosh.
We did that a bunch of times.
It just sounds exciting. I'm here.
It was cool.
Like in awe. So how was that?
It was amazing.
It was The Humbling.
Yeah, The Humbling. That's the name of the movie.
Well, I know, but I meant humbling for you.
But it was so.
I guess it was. I only got that. I'm the only one that got that.
No. It's a good joke, but it's totally humbling because. I mean, here he was, like I said, he's Al Pacino, but he didn't need to prove anything to me. And that spoke volumes about who he is and was very inspiring to me because I've dealt with actors who have a certain air about them and this is how they operate. There's no judgment on them. But here's a guy that I've respected for years, and I was hoping and praying that he was going to be a regular dude, And he was just a regular person and just gave his heart in the work, and I appreciated that.
That's awesome. And, we appreciate you and going back to what you're doing. And, I've seen you in the lottery commercials. I've seen you in Annie because, I'm a mama to a 6-year-old, and that's one of her favorite movies.
Yeah, Annie. I play the teacher in Annie, but apparently I didn't do a good job because Annie can't read in the movie. Spoiler alert! I might have ruined it for some people, but I'm just saying, it's just, I'm not a good teacher if she can't read. This is great.
But you're a good filmmaker. How about that? Let's roll that one out, right?
Yes.
Because you've done you have a few under your belt, and now you've done quite a job with the stockroom. I mean, I've seen it all over Manhattan. It's been on every bus station, every train station. I mean, it's a made in New York product, right?
Yeah. We made the movie here in New York. It's my first feature-length film as a director. I shared the director's card with my teacher, Guru Enlightenment, who we do a lot of stuff together. And it was a big deal for me. This was a project that I've been wanting to do now since probably 1998, but always an idea in my mind, in the back of my mind somewhere. So the fact that I got a chance to produce it, that I was able to raise the funds to do it, and I was able to cast my friends, talented Latino actors that I knew into the project, that was a big deal for me, and it still is.
We applaud you for that. And so because of that, right, because you pay it forward, we want to acknowledge you with this.
Oh, wait, you got me an award or something?
Well,
a gift?
You are our first luminary Latino, Victor, and I wanted to make sure that we had it documented and that you could hang it up somewhere, like, you know, with your Emmy and your Oscar.
Thank you.
Oh,
This is
yeah, yeah.
great. Thank
Well,
you.
we're on air, so we're just going to behave, especially because it's my first
I'm gonna keep my
episode.
clothes on, you know?
Yeah, well,
because
you
the
know,
kids love Annie.
Well, we're not going to go back to that teacher,
no.
right? Well, I'm saying, you know,
Not a
there's-
good teacher,
well,
apparently.
if the teachers are watching, I don't know how they're going to feel
My
about the
brother's a
comment that you
teacher.
made.
My brother
oh, my
teaches
gosh.
reading.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you did your character development
Well, he
from?
wasn't a teacher at the time, but now he's a teacher, and he's an excellent teacher. And I also teach as well. I teach acting classes, but you know, I'll probably be looking to him for some advice since he's dealing with kids on a daily basis.
That's great. It's important. Teachers are our heroes. Okay, they're our unsung heroes, and I'm happy to hear that you're also teaching the acting biz as well.
Yeah.
And in addition, you're going to be traveling to California, right? You've made all this noise here in New York, and now you're moving it over to the West Coast. So how's that coming for you?
It's good. You know, we're getting ready to take the movie out to Los Angeles. We're basically promoting it throughout the United States, pretty much anywhere in the world. Anybody who will have us, as many eyes as we can show it to, just building a nice, good, strong following for the next film.
Yeah, I mean, I applaud you. I really applaud you with this film. You really did a great job, and I hope
you.
everybody picks it up. It's on demand, right? On
Yeah,
Vimeo?
so folks can go to Vimeo on demand online, or you can go to stockroommovie.com to get yourself a copy.
Great, thank you.
Thank
Victor
you.
Cruz, everyone! Woo!
Thank you, and congratulations to your first episode.
Gracias,
Oh, this
gracias,
is great.
gracias. Political consultant Renee Cafaro has always sought out opportunities to cultivate her relevant skills, such as public outreach, organizing, fundraising, and policy. But most recently, she's been focusing her messaging towards the politics of plus-size women as a contributing editor for the Slink magazine, UK's fashion and lifestyle glossy aimed at women size 14+. Today, Renee will share more insight in Colors of Rhina's Women Essentials. Please welcome to the set, Renee Cafaro.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come and present yourself on our first ever episode of Colors of Rhina.
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it for the world. This is really exciting.
So, you know, I just want to share with our viewers how you and I met. You actually held a fundraiser for Senator Gustavo Rivera, and your primary occupation is kind of being that power woman behind the scenes, behind these elected officials.
Well, I haven't always been known as a power woman but I have been behind the elected officials for quite some time.
Well, I'm calling you a power woman.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And it's great that we have a mutual friend in Senator Rivera, who's just fantastic, who knew me back before I could ever be called a power woman, back when I was a power intern for 1199 SCIU, and I started, having a passion for politics my whole life and dealing with a lot of labor equality. And I moved to New York about 12 years ago now, and the rest is sort of history. So, I was very, very proud to work hard and meet some really amazing people and start a career in politics.
Aside from coming from a political background, right, because your family's into politics as well, and that being kind of what you were born into, now you've chosen to work in the magazine realm, right? And not just any magazine, a magazine that that caters to plus-size women.
A lot of people have known me to be someone who always has the full face of makeup and the fake nails and the big earrings. I always put myself together regardless how tired I am working in my day job.
That's so cute. She was honest. You heard that? The fake nails and everything.
Yeah. I got it all going on. And,
I love it.
Just as a side project for myself and a few of my friends who always wanted to know where I got my clothes, and just as a great hobby, I was always obsessed with fashion and entertainment, and I started my own blog about 6 or so years ago. Really not expecting it to do anything. I kind of didn't think anyone other than my two best friends would read it. And while I was doing that, I was reading online this wonderful magazine called Slink magazine. They're British. They were only like an online capability before. When Slink was looking for someone in the United States, I jumped on it. You know, I was like, I'm obsessed with you guys. I think it's a really amazing message because they're giving us something that's not just about fashion, like wear this purse with these shoes, you know, whatever. It's still fun, you know, you see the trends and everything, but it's something that's edgy and empowering and trendy for young women.
We're in a world of different flavors, different sizes, different colors. I mean, that's what makes it beautiful, especially here in New York.
Yes. I mean, in New York, I have to say, you know, there's a large plus size community in New York, and I wish I could see more going on. I mean, now we're starting to get more activities going on. We have Full Figure Fashion Week. There's the Curvy Con. So, you know, there's something going on now with New York.
Yeah, I saw you with Terry Shepard, right?
Yes. So the Curvy Con is something that's actually somehow so successful in its second year that you know, was run by CCO Lisa and Chastity Garner Valentine, known as Garner Style on Instagram. And a lot of people, you know, because she's so famous on Instagram, she was able to get JCPenney to be the main sponsor. We had Sherry Shepard, you know, we had all kinds of wonderful celebrities and everything. And it was just so incredible to see this 2 days of just empowerment. You know, yeah, of course, the shopping was fantastic.
Right,
I loved it.
Who does
the swag
that,
and the
right?
shopping, all that, it was wonderful. But really what was so great is that, and what Sherry had said to me is, this is phenomenal to be in a room of like-minded women, and, you know, this is our time. And I just loved when she said that, you know, because that's how I feel. I feel like this is something that's finally getting its due in the media. You know, I don't know if it's because Ashley Graham's really on fire right now, or, you know, Melissa McCarthy's everywhere, and there are more plus-size lines out there.
And Denise Bidot, right?
Yeah, and Denise, and there's so many people that are just really hot right now that plus size is no longer really seen as just something that we're supposed to be ashamed of.
Right, that's what I mean about the self-esteem. It's like, why is that even an issue?
There's a large empowerment issue now that's going on, and I'm really, really proud to have any form of part of it, because for the longest time I just feel like it's a voice out in the wilderness. You know, I grew up the same way many, many, many women have, of all sizes. You know, you don't have to be plus size to feel body shamed. I mean, at this day and age, you see that people are being body shamed for everything. You know, even gorgeous supermodels, you know, if you have a little bit of cellulite or something, next thing you know, Twitter's on fire about it. And it's really a shame.
Right.
And it was bad enough for me before, in growing up in a world before smartphones and the internet and all that. I'm really glad I managed to make it out before social media existed. But I think every day I write something for Slink magazine or for my own blog, I think about all the young women out there, and I think about what, you know, 15-year-old girls might be thinking to themselves. And I think back on how I used to think about myself when I was, you know, 14 or 15 years old, constantly yo-yo dieting, doing a lot of unhealthy things, trying to, you know, gain other people's approval, feeling that I was super fat. And I look back on these pictures and I'm like, I was skinny. What was I thinking? I wasted so much of my life being self-conscious because people told me to. You know, I really hope that through our writing and through, you know, these magazines and through these new trends now, that soon we won't have to worry about women being so self-conscious.
Well, thank you for that.
You know, I hope.
Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for writing for Slink magazine. I just want to let our viewers know that it's online.
We have a lot of things that are coming on the pipeline. We're really, really excited about, and I really just hope that people join our community and tell us what they want to hear and help spread the love.
And thank you for coming here on our first episode to empower all of us.
Thank you. This has been great.
Thank you, Rene Cafaro. Once again, for more on Slink magazine, you can go to slinkmagazine.com. Saung Budaya Indonesian dance group was established in 2005 when dance instructor Amalia Suryani came to New York City and held dance workshops in the Indonesian consulate. Now, a decade later, Saung Budaya celebrates their 10-year anniversary, having formed a dance group of 20 dancers consisting of students and young professionals, introducing New York City youth and the public to Indonesian culture through dance and music. Whether they present dances from Indonesia's capital of Jakarta with its strong Chinese influence of folkloric dances from a variety of Indonesian regions, watching them dance is visually mesmerizing. Performing Tari Merak in Colors of Rhina's dance spectrum, please welcome Saung Budaya with a female dance inspired by the movements of a peacock. Thank you. Thank you for closing us out with the feminine power of the peacock. For more Saung Budaya, visit saumbudaya.com. And that, mi gente, was the first episode of Colors of Rhina and our invocation and vibrant and passionate colors on the spectrum. This has been the Colors of Rhina.